Can you stress on this, because a lot of people put a lot of money in coaching and mentorship and they don't see an immediate result?
Yeah, so I thought that I had a skewed way of looking at coaching or personal development. I thought that if I paid someone, then I should get exactly the result. But the problem is it's an unregulated industry, which means 80% will be bad, 20% is good. But that doesn't mean
True.
don't look for the 20%. It's very similar to dating. You know, guys
Mhm.
will complain about women, but you only have to marry one. We're only
True.
looking for one, 10.
Correct.
So as I did it, I would get frustrated, but I knew I didn't know what I needed to know. And the only way forward was to get the information. And what a lot of people do is they'll sit in one spot for years and they never move forward because they won't take that leap. So for me, it was frustrating because I felt all this money I was making would go to a coach and then it wouldn't work. And then I do it again. It was about 10,000 a pop. So by the time I'm at this fifth coach, I'm $50,000 deep with coaching and I'm probably 25K in ads. And my dad starts going, I mean,
Nuts.
Tanner,
What's happening? Yeah.
why don't you just keep the money and you'll be fine? So I get to this fifth coach and I remember getting upset, and I guess I was becoming a problem client, you know, where they're like, this guy is a complainer, XYZ. So he calls me and I don't really remember the entire conversation, but I do remember that he was a little upset and he said, look, I was just at dinner. I stepped away to take this call. And he said, there's really only two things. You can either stop crying and do the work, or I'm going to give you a refund. And I'm a very, I guess, aggressive type A guy. And so when he challenged me, in my head, I'm thinking, F you, like, I'm going to show you, I'm going to prove it. So what happened is I was running ads and I guess I was just crossing my fingers, hoping people would take an action. But at the time, this was 2017, that's when ManyChat came out. And for people who don't know what ManyChat is, it was just an activator for DM messages. So DM messages are very normal today, but 6-7 years ago, that's how you would get it done. And so I went back in and I just said, you know what? I'm going to message every single lead I've gotten from ads. And once I done that, I collected about $30,000 off $3,000 of ad spend. I said, oh shit, like I just figured this out.
So that's a breakthrough thing, right? That's a breakthrough moment you had.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I mean, there's multiple breakthrough moments. I think, you know, football not working out, meeting my mentor, going door-to-door sales, dropping out of school. I mean, obviously, but this was the moment I knew I was going to be rich. I just knew, because I said, if I just keep doing this, I'll keep spitting out cash. And so I doubled down on that. And then that year, once I doubled down, I did $1 million that year. I got my first, 2 Common Club award. Yeah. That actually helped me more than people think. I don't know how much they help today, but at that time, a lot of people really resonated with those awards. And they looked at me and said, man, that guy did it without business consulting. That guy built a fitness business. So it gave me this extra credibility that I felt other business owners didn't have. And so what happened is I had all these trainers start coming to me. They're like, dude, I heard you're the man and online, like, can you help me? And at first I was really hesitant because those 5 coaches I paid left a bad taste in my mouth. And to be frank, 50, the thing I've learned with coaching is it's never all going to work, but you'll learn things not to do. And, people go to school and drop 200 grand. And to be frank, that was my college education, 50,000. That's what I spent on. That would have been college education. And so I think people just sometimes they get so caught up in, oh, I spent this money, I should get this result. But it just doesn't work that way all the time. Sometimes you'll make the wrong choice. Sometimes it's not the right decision. You don't really know, but I just knew I had to keep going. So once I did that, I had this huge list of trainers. I started running a business I called Fitness CEOs, which actually merged into Elite CEOs, which it is now. We did 10 million that year. So that was the craziest year of my life. I think 2019. And I just worked foot to the metal. And then the next year I had other people start asking. And then that's how Elite CEOs came about. And that's been the main company I've been running for the last,